Welcome to days 2 through 4 of our epic 40-day 2025 Pacific Northwest road trip. We covered 682 miles during this leg of the trip. On day 2, we traveled from our stay in Clearfield, Pennsylvania and spent the day visiting with friends Greg and Tish Dahlby in Hudson, Ohio. Greg and I have been friends since the second grade and were each other's best man at our respective weddings. Day 3 was strictly a traveling day. We drove on Interstate 80 for 508 miles, traveling through Ohio, Indiana, and Illinois before crossing the Mississippi River and spending the night in LeClaire, Iowa. Here we are on morning on the banks of the Mississippi River in St. Clair, Iowa, where we spent the night. On day 4, our first stop was the Herbert Hoover National Historic Site, a 187-acre park in West Branch, Iowa, preserving the birthplace and early life of the 31st U.S. President. And here we are at our first official stop, the Herbert Hoover National Historic Site. It's located in Iowa. Hoover spent the first 11 years of his life in West Branch, Iowa. He was born in a small cottage in 1874, the son of a blacksmith who practiced close to town. And this is Herbert Hoover National Historic Site in West Branch, Iowa, and these are the grounds. This was the birthplace of Herbert Hoover. This section of the park is a recreation of the town. Some of the buildings are original. This is the original birthplace cottage. It had fallen into private hands and became a tourist destination following Hoover's nomination to the presidency in 1928. The Hoover family acquired the cottage in the 30s and worked to develop a park aimed at recreating Hoover's childhood experience. This is the size of the cottage where Herbert Hoover was born. Very small. This is the exterior. See the side of the cottage. The back of the cottage. And the outhouse. This is the interior of Herbert Hoover's birthplace cottage. I guess this is where him and his brother slept. This is a reconstruction of what the town looked like back in the days of Herbert Hoover's youth. And it's interesting because although they're reproductions, they're made as places for employees to work in. So the volunteers and park rangers live in those houses. This is a facsimile of the blacksmith shop that Hoover's father, Jesse, owned. This is a reproduction of Herbert Hoover's father, Jesse Hoover's blacksmith shop. This is the schoolhouse where he was originally taught. It was originally 2 blocks away, and they moved them here in 1968 for restoration. This is the interior of the schoolhouse. This is the grounds of the park. People can walk through there, and there you see in the distance the Presidential Museum and Library, which is currently undergoing renovation. This part of the park has the Friends Meeting House as well as the statue of Isis. And this is the entire park. You can see there's things. This is the Quaker Meeting House. His family grew up as Quakers. The Hoover Birthplace Society moved the Quaker Meeting House to this site in 1964. The interior of the Friends Meeting House. I guess the important families got to sit by the fire. The meeting house was divided by sex. This is the men's side. This is the woman's side of the meeting house. Note the door leading to the crying room. And this is the cry room of the Quaker Meeting House, where they put the kids who are crying. Unfortunately, the library and museum are closed this year. They're rehabbing it, so we can't enter into it. Won't be opening again until, they said, June of next year. And here we have a statue of Isis. The statue of Isis is a bronze sculpture gifted to Hoover by the people of Belgium in gratitude for his World War I famine relief efforts. The statue, sculpted by Auguste Putmans, depicts the Egyptian goddess of life. Jesse Hoover's blacksmith shop had grown to be very successful, and in 1878 he sold the practice to open a farm implements store. It was so successful that in 1879 the family moved to the House of Maples, a 2-story frame house. This is a reproduction of the Hoover's second home that they built after his dad became more profitable, or his businesses became more profitable. But this is the site and what it looked like. The Hoover family's prosperity ended on December 13th, 1880, when his father Jesse died of rheumatic fever. His mother Huldah subsequently died of typhoid fever on February 24th, 1884. The 9-year-old Herbert, now an orphan, was sent to live with his uncle Allen on a nearby farm. 2 years later, he was sent to Oregon to live with another uncle. The final part of our tour was the burial site of Herbert Hoover and his wife, Lou Henry Hoover. Here we are at the part of the park which has the Hoover gravesite. There's a tall grass prairie observation deck there too.
So she died 20 years before him.
Yeah. And this is the gravesite of Herbert Hoover and his wife, Lou Henry Hoover. Oh, Richard Nixon was a Quaker too.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
And this is a view from the graveside down looking at the park.
Very, very pretty park.
This is the Prairie Observation Trail at Herbert Hoover National Historic Site. You can just barely see the golden arches up over the hill. Constructed prairie. The tall grasses and surrounded by farms. This is my souvenir lapel pin for the Herbert Hoover National Historic Site. I have now added it to my faux Rangers hat. Our next stop was the Amana Colonies, a National Historic Landmark in east central Iowa, consisting of 7 villages founded by German pietists in 1855. The community practiced a unique, self-sufficient communal lifestyle. We started in Main Amana, where after a stop at the visitor center, we perused the shops and then had lunch at the Ronneberg restaurant. We're in the Amana Colonies in Iowa, and we're currently at the Ronneberg restaurant getting ready for our lunch. We next went to the village of Middle Amana. The first stop was the Middle Amana Church, the only church still used for Sunday services. This is the Middle Amana Church from the Amana Colonies. I guess it was a little bit larger than you might have thought. I was expecting something smaller. Women and men sit apart in the church. Women enter from the left side and men enter from the right side. The service consists of reading from scripture and from words of the inspired readers, a community of true inspiration, where certain people are chosen by God to speak to the people. Our next stop was the communal kitchen and cooper shop. This is the communal kitchen and cooper shop of the Amana Colonies. It's an Amana Heritage Site. And here's the upstairs where they lived communally. Basically an apartment. Each family lived inside. Multiple families lived here, obviously, so each room was a single family. Here we are on the first floor. And this is a communal room.
Oh, Stella had a radio like that. I think it's in Rick's house. Built in 1863, the Rudi Küche is the only intact communal kitchen remaining in the Amanas. During the communal era, families did not cook for themselves. Instead, elders assigned them to eat in one of the village kitchens. Each kitchen served 40 to 50 people. Men and women ate separately and with minimal conversation. Each kitchen had a Küche boss, or kitchen boss, who directed the preparation of 3 meals and 2 small snacks. I think probably wood. This is communal eating area where all the community would eat together. They didn't have individual kitchens in their own living spaces. And this is an ice box. And we're going into the kitchen area.
So, the kitchen manager, the boss,
Yeah.
had to write down exactly what each person had to eat, and they would total the worth of it, just keep within budget.
Oh. Yeah.
And like, I have a small one for nutmeg,
Yeah.
potty safe for mice. Yeah, I know what some of this stuff is used for.
Here's a great looking oven.
Feel bad for the person who had to live up here.
Yep. This is the print shop and bindery. And now we're going to go upstairs to visit the laborer's room. This is where Ernst lived. These are some of the tools used by them. The chicken house. And the communal kitchen and creeper shop. Our next stop was the general store in High Amana. And here we are at the High Amana General Store, 1857. Established back in the communal days in 1857, the High Amana General Store's exterior and interior have remained unchanged. The original tin ceiling, wooden floor, and glass top display cases still remain. The store is operated by the Amana Heritage Society, offers a unique museum-like shopping experience that transports visitors back in time.
We leased this building, we did not have to go antiquing, they were all in here already, so.
Nice.
Yeah.
Is this too small still as a notebook, honey?
Our final stop of the day was in South Amana to the Sean's Furniture and Refinishing store. This is the wood shop for production of the furniture. Nice collection of machinery. Mary and I thank you for watching days 2 to 4 of our 2025 Pacific Northwest road trip. Crossing into Nebraska meant that I had now been to 48 states. We hope you'll join us for day 5, where we visit Homestead National Historic Site, have our first runs of sandwich before settling in for the night in Bridgeport, Nebraska.